Welcome to the OTech Talks podcast, where it's all about working on technologies. You will hear the latest tech information, and your host, Kashif Manzoor, brings together product overviews, how-tos, best practices, tips and tricks, and troubleshooting techniques.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are based on your time zone. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are in our session number 35 and we are gonna discuss a new topic, but it's based on it's a continuation of our previous topic where we discussed a social enterprise, an origin or a genesis of the social enterprise, a rise of the social enterprise based on Deloitte, digital HR or human capital trends report. And today you can consider this as a second topic on that one, or we are going to go in more detail on the social enterprise. We will be discussing 5 aspects of the social enterprise. What is social enterprise? What should we expect from social enterprise? How to embrace a social enterprise? Human capital role for building future organization, that's a social enterprise. Actions to start for your social enterprise. So these are 6 topics which we're gonna discuss today again, and I hope you will enjoy it. And I'm just gonna recap what we discussed in session 34, and then we can take it up forward. A fundamental change is happening today. Organizations are being judged on the basis of their relationship with their employees, their customers, and their communities, and generally their impact on society. And this is forcing them from business enterprises into social enterprises. The days are gone when organizations were weighted based only on customary metrics such as financial performance and quality of their products or services. These are the findings from Global Human Capital Trends 2018, published by Deloitte. And this year's report is based on 11,000 plus businesses, HR leaders, and interviews of executives from leading organizations. So we will just do a short description of what is social enterprise or a definition, and this is the same which we discussed in our earlier session 34, and I will not put more time on this one. So a social enterprise is an organization that applies commercial strategies to maximize improvements in financial, social, and environmental well-being. This may include maximizing social impact alongside profit for external shareholders. So that's the definition, a formal definition of from Wikipedia. So similar, we took it from even Deloitte. We copied it how they explained it. That a social enterprise is an organization whose mission combines revenue growth and profit making with the need to respect and support its environment and stakeholder network. Now, we understand that being social enterprise also means investing in the broader social ecosystem. Starting with an organization's employees, it means treating all workers on and off balance sheet in a fair, transparent, and unbiased way. Leaders should seek to provide a work environment that promotes longevity and happiness, not only in an individual's career, but also in the physical, mental, and financial areas. By doing this, an organization invests in its workforce and in the workforce ecosystem as a whole, which benefits the organization and society. Now, definitely, as an employee, this is what are the expectations from the social enterprise, an era of social enterprise, a new companies which we are looking forward as an employee. We can ask another very good definition which we called as a triple bottom line, which introduced by it's a social enterprise is a type of business where the bottom line and success matrices are measured in more than just profits. Instead, social enterprises typically measure success based on a triple bottom line. This is called as TBL. The TBL is an accounting framework that incorporates three dimensions of performance: social, environmental, and financial. This differs from traditional reporting networks as it includes environmental and social measures that can be difficult to assign appropriate means of procurement. The TBL dimensions are also commonly called the three P's: people, planet, and profits. Amazing, I like it. So we will refer them as a three P's. So people, planet, and profits. Now these were the initial definitions around the world what is social enterprise. Now we'll go to our second point: what should we expect from social enterprise? If we will go to the some again back to the surveys, 65% of CEOs rated inclusive growth as a top 3 strategic concern, more than 3 times greater than the proportion, citing shareholder value. As mentioned in a recent survey of Deloitte, the business case for inclusive growth. Again, I will put all the links in the show notes. So if we will take 3 top expectations for social enterprise from employees' point of view, from as an employee point of view, if I will think about it, and those which I'm going to talk about. So I took it 3 top employees: rewards, new pathways, and well-being strategy. So we'll discuss first rewards. Employees are asking for adequate compensation and improved quality of life, which generates social benefits for them and their families. We can see companies have started to recognize this, but only 8% report that their reward system is very effective at creating a personalized, flexible solution on compensation. A profound difference between organizations and employees' expectation has yet to be bridged based on the survey. So this is an action item for the organizations. Second is the pathways. Leading organizations are shifting towards a model that empowers individuals to acquire valuable experiences, explore new roles, and continually reinvent themselves. Career pathways are a network structured and connected education programs and support services that enable participants, often while they are working, to grow towards specific career and higher level of education and training. Again, back to the Deloitte survey, 59% of Deloitte's survey respondents say that their organizations as ineffective or only somewhat effective at empowering people to manage their own career. So this is what we can say: the immediate actions are required from organizations to fix this, so they will not face issues attracting the right talent for the organization. Let's take another example of how learning pathways are being incorporated by even non-profit organizations. I'm a member at a local club of Toastmasters here in Dubai. That's Dubai Internet Toastmasters Club. And Toastmaster has introduced Pathways Learning Experience, a new education program focused on building up to 300 unique competencies as part of 10 specialized learning paths. That was amazing even when we started shifting into the new learning pathways. Third, well-being strategy. Chartered Institute of Personal and Development defines well-being as creating an environment to promote a state of contentment which allows an employee to flourish and achieve their full potential for the benefit of themselves and their organization. The well-being strategy's goal is to improve health, safety, and well-being of employees and to prevent work-associated health-related problems. This includes the physical, mental, and social health of employees and recognizes that employees' values, personal development, and work within the organization contribute to their overall well being at work. To achieve well being strategy, organizations are capitalizing on well being programs as social responsibility and talent strategy. More than 50% of Deloitte's survey respondents view a variety of such programs as valuable or highly valuable to employees. But there are gaps identified between what employees value and what companies are delivering to them. Again, another action item for the enterprises to take what employees are expecting and what they are working on it. How to embrace social enterprise. That's another key component for what is happening and on what we need to do. Research released by Social Enterprise UK and Cabinet Office shows British adults are concerned about where and how they buy products and services. 1 in 3, 35% of said they feel ashamed when buying from businesses they feel are socially irresponsible. More women than men feel this way, 40% versus 30%. In another study, 91% of global consumers expected companies to operate responsibly and address social and environmental issues. That's how the organizations are, that's how the people are changing. The fundamental purpose of a social enterprise or any other organization is value creation. Professor Michael E. Porter, Harvard Business School, during the HBSCNY Social Enterprise Summit has presented a formula to set the goal of social enterprise. That was value equal to social benefits divided by cost of delivering them. Marcus Cabrera, founder and chairman of Foster Skills, an award-winning social enterprise, shared a common recipe to start building a successful social enterprise, and he named it the BIB methodology, which underlines the success of most social enterprises. He has presented this methodology during a TED Talk where he has outlined the BIP recipe: business, impact, brand. What business are you in and why? What value are you creating and for whom? Who champions you and are they credible? Another very excellent resource on social enterprise is Harvard Business School's Social Enterprise Initiative that's established 25 years ago, and it applies innovative business practices and managerial disciplines to drive sustained high impact social change. And there are a lot of resources, excellent resources, and examples of customers are available under this initiative. So, as a first step, embrace for impact. As an organization, the first step is the biggest. Changing the culture and mindset of an organization to embrace social enterprise. And this is what I believe is the hardest part, which each and every organization has to take. And for this, we can use John Kotter's 8-step process for leading change, a well-known method in organizational management across sectors. This is an amazing 8 steps process. So we can take that one, and I will put a link into the show notes that how you can start and adopting to change the culture and mindset of the people in the organization. How human capital role for building future organization is. We understand when growing a business, a common law is to consider the financial capital for allocation. However, a social enterprise's ability to succeed in complex market is also reliant on its human capital. Developing strategies to attract, retain, and develop a workforce will give a business momentous competitive advantage. So, if we go back to again, in the most recent studies on strategy and human resources have begun to refer to this group of individuals as human capital. Understanding this concept implies a direct link to the strategy assets of the organization. Emerging solutions to address the human capital challenges for social entrepreneurs and are found in the report published by the Shell Foundation in partnership with Village Capital, Show Me What You Can Do, and the book Effective Management of Social Enterprises, published by Harvard University. And they are observing three aspects of human resource management: processes of recruitment, retention, and development that lead to the creation of team skilled in the development of social enterprises. The development of skills, bringing together individuals who have management competencies with people whose competencies relate to social action. Organizational mechanisms that promote organizational learning from social enterprise, which reinforce individual and collective awareness of the organization or a generation of social and economic value. So, for example, current approaches to source and screen candidates are outdated and ineffective for millennials and Generation Z. Most enterprises are still acquiring talent based on the CV plus interview plus reference check model. Employers should pay closer attention to a candidate's skill rather than focusing on their experience, and screened according to what a candidate can do, not whether the candidate can write a good CV. The CV is dead or will be very soon. In a famous study done by Ladders, it was found that recruiters spent 6 seconds reviewing an individual CV to declare it shortlisted or not. So we need to find new ways to identify and shortlist the candidates. Actions to start for your social enterprise, which I got it from the 8th step, which is from Theory to Action article published by Oracle. And those are the 8 steps, very amazing 8 steps. And I will put in the show notes the reference. 1. Look at what and how experiences at every stage of the employee life cycle could be improved digitally. Ensure everyone's development is linked to their personal goals, the business performance requirement, and the progression opportunities available to them. Link performance to financial rewards, but also consider whether the employee's performance goals are aligned with their own values and the values of your organization. Enable leaders to have as much as direct contact with the workforce as possible. 5. Create a culture where employees can live their values at work and home. 6. Keep roles tightly aligned with business needs and ensure everyone can see how their efforts are driving the business towards achieving its goals. Provide everyone with opportunity to learn and develop. 8. Take an active interest in employee well-being. Work to understand what it consists of and strive to make everyone's working lives as simple, as comfortable as possible. Now, if you see out of these our 6 items or six points, what is social enterprise? What should we expect from social enterprise? How to embrace social enterprise? And human capital role for building future organization, social enterprise, actions to start for your social enterprise. So I just wanted to leave the last one action item if you wanted to take to build a social enterprise. That's the only conclusion, the only roadmap you really need. Find out where your HR function is, and the right tool to arrive in this inference or in this point is the HR maturity model. This is from the Maturity Institute, and this is amazing resource. I like it. And similarly, I got another one. It's HR transformation, aligning people and business based on the HR maturity model. And this article is published by an Oracle, and it give you different stages of the HR maturity model. And what you need to do is you need to just find out as an organization on which point you are, on which stage you are, and just start moving on the right side. These stages start from stage 0. HR is non-existent till stage 6. The entire organization aligns around human capital and values. Now, if I want to leave you one action item today from this session, then go back and check on which stage your HR function is. Stage 0 to stage 6, and the action item is to just start moving on the right side so that you will achieve the stage 6. That's what will lead you to build an organization of the future today. Thank you so much for listening this insightful our discussion on the social enterprise. With this, I think with the session 34 and 35, we have done a lot of discussions around the social enterprise, and I'm happy that now next session we will take up on some other topics, or maybe we'll go back to the blockchain, because a lot of happening, and even personally I have a lot of learning on the blockchain, or even artificial intelligence and machine learning. Stay tuned, and thank you for a lot of you who have shared with me your feedback on the previous sessions. Keep hustling, keep learning from each other, keep sharing. That's what is the key message from my side. Once again, thank you so much and have a blessed life.
Thanks for listening to the OTech Talks podcast, and be part of Tech Talks at otechtalks.tv. It's a turf to share ideas, insights, and innovations.